Hey, welcome back to the channel. We are going to use the mud mixer today for the first time. We basically created ourselves a little bit, like a little mini concrete plant. It's what we got going on here. Let me show you around. This is the mud mixer. You pour concrete, or you just drop the concrete bag in here, break it, let the concrete fall in. It mixes the water up perfectly. It comes out mixed however you preset it with this selector. Let me show you what else we got. We got our big welder generator here, and that's going to power the mud mixer. And that's just a regular well pump that puts 50 psi out. So the mud mixer can rotate around. You just pick this latch up here, you can turn it around, and you'll see. We're going to get it as close to this as we can, and then just walk it forward. So I'm going to get it pre-set up right here. So from here forward, I should just be able to walk it straight forward. And I can rotate it around and then move it, rotate it around, move it. And again, like this, we're gonna have our own little mini concrete plant. But first we gotta hook the water hose up. I can tell you the mud mixer's got like really high quality like fittings. This is all. You can also turn this on. You have a spray nozzle you can clean up with afterwards. Or use, like if you need to mist your concrete, you can do that. But it seems to have really good fittings. I'm gonna turn the water hose off right now. I don't think we need it. I don't know what I'm doing yet, and I didn't even really read the directions. But I did watch a video on this machine, so I'm pretty much probably an expert now. Let me go start the generator up, and then we will I'll show you down inside this. So we're just going to take the bag of concrete and you drop it over this buster. We'll call that the concrete bag buster, and the concrete mix will fall down in here. And I will set this out of the way so you can see the auger. It pre-mixes. So when you turn the power on, this switch on, it has a water valve that's electrically activated. So if you turn the machine off, the water shuts off automatically. You turn it on, the water turns on automatically. So it's not a either or. So you set the valve accordingly. Now according to the book, it says to start out doing concrete on 50. It's got a range of like 40 to 50, but I'm gonna go to 50, and my water pressure is at 50 psi. So I don't know what this means. It's so many parts per pound of concrete. I don't understand all that, but it said put it on 50, and I'm putting it on 50. Not a concrete expert. All right, we're gonna try the big tractor here, see if we can pick up this. Concrete is heavy, I will say that. So that's a lot of weight for. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stage my concrete where I can come in and pick up one pallet after another, because once I start pouring, I don't want to stop until I'm ready to clean up the machine. So let's just make sure one more time we can pick this up. Absolutely we can. So I can pick it up from the ground. You gotta think about things like this, because just because you can pick it up off the trailer might be a specific strong portion of the lift cycle, but I definitely can pick it up off the ground as well. Generally on tractors, the higher you go, the less force you have to pick up. Now we gotta make up a pallet. Now, so what we're doing is we're gonna mix our loads here so we have enough lift power to lift these pallets with a tractor, because once we start with a concrete, we don't want to stop. And that's the key thing. Once we start, we don't want to stop. So I'm going to put, I don't have a tractor big enough to lift every one of these. 3,600 pounds, I think is what it is. Tanya, will you go back and move that tractor back a few inches? That's good. At 80 pounds of pipe, I didn't want to move the concrete twice, but just due to the lift capacity of the tractor, I had to. I'm out of breath now, and I'd only done that. I'm not setting it down. I'm gonna leave it up. That way I don't have to.
Will it keep holding it?
It'll droop slowly, but that's why I got it tilted back a little bit. That way I don't have to pick up the concrete twice. I can pick it up at my chest level. That's the premise I'm working on. All right, I'm gonna start the generator up. Turn on the water, I guess. So we're gonna set this at 50. All right, we have water pressure. Everything's dry, nothing's leaking. My understanding is I'm gonna take a 50-pound or 80-pound bag of concrete, pop it in here, and then I need to keep the hopper relatively full so that it keeps an even flow of concrete coming out. It keeps a mixture. You don't wanna ever let it get empty. So you always want to keep like, at least a quarter of concrete in here is what I've read and what I've seen on the video. So dry mix only. You don't spray the sprayer in here until you are cleaning it out. I think we're ready. You feel ready? I feel nervous a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some concrete popped in here. Oh well, a lot less dust. All right, so the setting's pretty close. I feel pretty good about it. You don't want to put your hands down in this, but you can see it pulling the concrete down in there. All right, I'm going to bust another one. I think we're ready to go. You just need to use the hole to start pulling it in the corners. A little too wet, ain't it? Give them all you done. Listen, we're by no means experts on concrete. That's obvious by what we were doing here. But I tell you what, that's not a bad first go of it. We'll let it set up for about 30 minutes and come back and work it some more. That's a lot of concrete for 2 people. We worked a full pallet of concrete, so that's 42 bags. And I would say we did that in an hour, roughly an hour. I lifted, Tanya pushed and pulled, and we did a bit of teamwork. Gizmo was there to get in the way the whole way through.